Hello there. Welcome back to Grounded 2. I'm Uncle Rusty, and we're going to woe it up in here. We have a couple of objectives that we're going to want to try and complete today, but do remember that we're playing on woe difficulty, so I fully expect to die. We are going to try and get to Sloane's quest and get that all done, and hopefully, if everything goes right, I will not get murdered again by a bunch of ants. Now, the reason I want to get the ants done is because we need some ant parts, which will allow us to make some ant armor, which is one of the better early game armors in Grounded. I would also like to start trying to find like some of these so we can get a nice little bit of early upgrades, but as you can see, we need some clay and we need red ant parts to get our repair on. Because I do want to make a base. I want to make it look real nice and homey for me, because you know we have a nice home. Now there have been some updates to the game. As you can see, everything is slightly sitting on the floor now, so or in the air, sorry, in the air. So we just got to put everything on the floor and you know, make sure that excuse me, are you not on the floor? Cool. And just grab this, and that seems to be full. Okay, cool. Our main mission today, make sure we don't die. That's problem number one. Thank you.
Up the tank.
So, I'm going to go ahead and murder a few ants. Now, I have to be careful. Woe difficulty is something a little bit different. It's a whole different monster that we're about to fight here. And we got to be careful. We do. We've got to be real careful about how many ants we upset in this unnatural habitat. Ow. Ooh, I might die here again. No. Leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. That was one ant, and I didn't get my block on. I might have to get a shield. Leave me alone. Oh, you're still chasing. Why? Why are you still chasing? I swear, it wasn't me. It was the one-armed man. Okay. You want to fight, buddy boo? Come, let's go. I can jiggle wiggle too. See? Gotta get that parry going. Get that stun up in here. Oh, what now, nerd? That's what you get. I'm only doing this so I can get a repair on my Omni Axe. But we also need some ant armor eventually. So, I want to make sure we get that. Now, I currently have no armor, so I don't even have like a basic protection armor. So, if I get absolutely annihilated, it is because I probably deserve it. It is. It is probably because I deserve to be annihilated. Now, eventually, we are going to have to fight the ladybugs to get some ladybug armor, but I will deal with that problem if and when possible. There's a lot of ants here.
I almost forgot about them.
Did you now?
The scaredy cats of the grass jungle.
Oh. I got murdered. Did you guys murder the aphid? Why? Why would you do that? What did the aphid ever do to you? Oh, it's a couple of ladybugs. How adorable. Luckily, they don't get mad if you step on them. Me, if someone stepped on my head like that, I probably want to fight them. Them and their ancestors. Right. We have a couple of stuff that we can research here. So let's go do that real quick. I want to make at least a basic shield, if I can. If I can make at least a basic shield, that will help me, you know, get what I need. That's a stuffed grub. Oh, okay. That's more for, you know, decoratory purposes than anything else. Let's have a look-see here. Now, I do have a canteen. Got some crude rope. I want to make this shield, but I need 2 raw weevil meat for this. Now, we don't have any raw weevil meat, which is a problem. Not a massive problem, but we'll have to go and find some weevils and just grab their meat. Luckily, weevils are fairly common in the world. Sorry, buddy. I think I need 2 raw weevil meat. Correct? Correct. Now, do let me know in the comment section how you're finding Grounded 2. The game is still in early access, so there's probably going to be a few bugs. That need to be fixed here and there. I do not want to be looking for trouble with that just yet. I need one more weevil game. If you could give me a weevil. Oh, hello. What happened here? Did you die? Oh, well, that's sad. There we go. Hello, buddy. Now, if you hold this, you get a charge attack. And that'll help you. Thank you, Mr. Slug. You may now be on your way. I just want to get enough shields and stuff for us so that when I go into this anthill, I'm not absolutely decimated. Which I'm probably going to be. Let's be real here. I'm probably going to die a bajillion times. There we go. Nice. Now we have a shield. Now I do want to make some basic armor. So we have a couple of stuff here. So we'll make one of those, an eye patch. This is what I kind of want. I do want a red ant helmet. Clover ponchos. I need these, not those. That one. I'm just going to craft many. Grab that. We just need like some clover stuff at least. Attack damage, damage resist. What do you mean damage resist down? Reduces your resistance to taking damage. Oh, that's fantastic. That one. And then let's make some aphid slippers. That'll give me a little bit of a run. Red ant knee guard would be really good. So I'm going to do this because that'll give us just a little bit of extra defense. Equip a piece of armor. What do you mean? Why do you not auto-equip? What do you mean?
I feel invincible.
You shouldn't be saying stuff like that, ma'am. Bam. Cool. Now we've got this going.
If my vertical was as high as theirs, I could dunk on Mount Matumbo.
Can you now? Fantastic. Now, grub armor is also great for later on stuff, so we got to get as many grubs as possible, because the grubs are... Ooh, do not stab you. If I stab you, that's the end of me. It's just body slam me to death. But grub armor is really good early on. It is a ranger armor, so if you do want to play a ranger class, that's what you want to do. We also have the gas mask, but we'll need stink bug parts for this later. I am going to go and check out what Slow wants me to do. That is an extremely tanky ladybug.
Gotta hydrate to dominate.
Gotta
Better than most
hydrate to
protein
dominate.
shakes, actually.
Well, the thing is, you know, protein shakes have got very little flavor. I'm not dunking on protein shakes, just want to point that out to everyone. But protein shakes definitely could use a little bit of work. A little bit more flavor, you know what I mean? Okay, let's not try and whack the ants. Now, I gotta be real careful here because the ants will swarm me real quick and annihilate me. We've gotten some clay, so that's great for early game here. Now, I don't think I have anything that can make a torch here. Let's have a look-see. Can I make a torch? I can make a slime torch. I need sap and dry grass chunks. Now, I'm hoping... Ah, there we go. Okay, cool. Grab these and just make one of those. And there we go.
Let's light them up.
Now, the only problem with doing what we're doing here is we don't actually have a shield to block up. Now, I'm not going to take these ant eggs because I will get annihilated. Now, I do want to grab this. And we can bust through here. Grab all these pebbles as well. I love this Omni Axe. I think this was a great change from Grounded 1 to Grounded 2 was the Omni Axe. It just takes away that survival tool, having to remake axes and repair those things. I like that kind of tool. Does it take away from the survivability? I don't think so. Oh boy, really? I don't think I can throw that. Okay. Here we go, buddy. What you gonna do? What? Before you do what you're gonna do. Okay, let me get my shield up. Oh! Let me heal up here. And this is the problem. No, I'm stuck. Get me out of it.
Well, that ominent lady's not gonna be happy.
Oh!
Find her missing staff.
Do not
Maybe
come
they
up
got
here.
an ID
I
card
need you
somewhere?
heal. Thank you. I need you heal. Hey! Woo! Woo! Okay, gotta be careful here. These ants will decimate me. Woo! I'm going through all my heals here, but it's fine. Woo! Don't jump up here. Gotta use the environment to your... Wait, thank goodness. Oh my gosh. Well, that's not good. Already went through all my heals there, eh? Ooh, this is good. Now this, we can use as a trinket. And we'll do a little bit more damage to ants. Did you die? Oh, well, that's a sad state of affairs.
I am dead tired. I'm dead tired of credit being taken for my work. All these backstabbers in the taming program. It's like they don't even care if we succeed in riding insects. They're hiding the eggs so they can steal my hatchery design. Oh, I know it. Well, I can hide my work too. Nobody would think to look here.
Aha. Now, why would someone want to steal your research? That's just rude, honestly. Right, so we took care of the big problem, and we didn't die this time. That's fantastic. Now, I do want to check here if there's anything I'm missing. Hey, buddy, how do you do? Here we go. Now, we do want these milk molars because they give us a nice benefit. Grab this, and when I open my inventory, or at least open here, we get a little bit of an upgrade. Now, I will say I like the max health, so I'm definitely going to be doing that. We get swole. Okay, cool. And y'all are just vibing here, correct? Nothing else that I could have missed? If I do miss anything, let me know in the comment section. I'll happily go back and find it. There's some food here. Hopefully they're not too mad about me taking that. They don't seem to be too upset. Whoa. You know, that's always horrifying. If you really look up at ants, like, close like this, ants are actually pretty terrifying. Now, whenever we get to ride, we can get up here and bite this off. But I think we're a little bit away from a hatchery because we are definitely going to have to farm up some ant parts if we want to make sure we survive. Now, there's a larva, and I'm a little bit worried about the larva. Now, we could use the larva to help us with a couple of stuff. Makes a really, really good weapon. But that larva is going to hit pretty hard.
Ready to break up a sweat.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Homeboy, where'd you go? Alright. We need to kill these gnats, so I'm gonna try and get them. Gnats don't do what they used to do. Alright, where's the other two? Come here. Oh my lord, my aim. My inventory is full. I could still get one more. Don't lie to me.
Oddly satisfying to dunk a gnat through a basketball hoop.
But why would you say stuff like that?
Unkind, but satisfying.
Why would you say that? Why would you say stuff like that, ma'am? Alright, we don't need all these
I
mushrooms,
wish
but
it
I'm
was
gonna...
noodles.
You wish it were noodles? Believe me, I do too. Good bowl of noodles could go down real good. Now, there is a little bit of raw science up here that I can get. If I can... Ooh, that could have been bad. Free raw science.
Science.
Nice.
Sweet, sweet science.
That's some now, we could kill this caterpillar. Oh! Ow. Okay. Remember when I said we're going to kill that caterpillar? Forget I said that. Just absolutely forget that. How are you alive? Sorry about that, buddy. I know my inventory was full there. I could see it plain as day. We're going to have to make another basket. Now, we can make a chest, I believe, which is our next step. And then we'll want to make a base. Real quick, because eventually this is going to get pretty gnarly for us.
Science.
Nice. And then one of that. Okay, that's a nice little souvenir for us. Grub goggles. Interesting. Good. Good. Alright, perfect. My inventory is actually completely full. So what I want to do is we are unable to make a chest at this very moment. And I know why we can't make a chest. Boy, this is a problem. Alright, I got an idea. Might not work so well for us. But I can do this. There we go. Still not going to work out too great for us. But I have some space for a couple of things. So if I can just put things away that don't need to be here, we should be good to go. And then we need some clover and crude rope, which I should be able to make. At least the crude rope, that is. Put that there. And then 3 clovers, which will be up here. And this really is currently the ideal spawn base for beginners of Grounded. So if you want to just stay near a terminal and be able to just do what you need to do, this spawn area right over here is ideal. Now you could go a little bit more dangerous if you wanted to and go near where some of the bigger bugs spawn and use the terrain to your advantage. Up until I believe they've
That's gotta be a new record for me.
they fixed some of the terrain bugs at the moment, because some of the terrain you can definitely use to your advantage to kind of isolate the bugs for yourself. So that is definitely a thing that can happen. I'm going to grab all of these roasts. Now the big thing we want to do is eventually get jerky. Now I am going to look for an acorn, because if we can get an acorn and an acorn shell and an acorn top for that matter, we should be able to research and get ourselves a chest. Now, we got to be careful here. Orb weavers and spiders hit pretty hard. Especially on woe difficulty. So, we got to make sure we don't draw the ire of any of our, you know, fun little 8-legged friends. I will say, if you do have arachnophobia, this is probably not the kind of game you want to be playing. But if you're fine with spiders, which I'm not, I'm just playing this because I want to play the game, then this is good. Now we are going to farm up quite a few acorns. And this is a great spot for acorns. And at least with the recent changes, you're always guaranteed an acorn top. So that does help a lot in what you want to do. Now I will say, if you do start, make sure to do a take me home kind of thing. Make sure you plant a beacon to tell you where to go home. Uh-oh. Also, get as much mite fuzz as you need from these lawn mites, because you're going to need it. Away, buddy! What a block. I have to be careful here. I have to be super careful. Oh my gosh, did not parry that correctly. Get out of here, nerd.
Better than most
get.
protein shakes, actually.
That is what you get. That is what you deserve. Now, in low difficulty, you want to make sure you got a lot of bandages, or at least some goop juice that will help you out. That's never going to reach. I don't know why I bothered. Nice. It's just to farm those up. Now, water might be a big concern for us eventually. Water might be a little bit of a concern for us. This is why you got to try and not run a lot. Especially on low difficulty, because your water does drain quite a bit. Boost juice. Now, I do want to get these acorn shells sorted. And that will give us a storage chest. And we have our storage sorted. Mostly. But if we can at least get some chests going, then we'll be okay. Now, I kind of don't want to build my chests here. But you can't build them inside here. So you have to build the chests here. Don't know why that would be the case, but you know, I don't make the rules of the game. So I like to build my chests just a little bit here. You can build your chest basically here, there, and everywhere. Really is up to you. Whatever makes you feel comfortable playing Grounded 2. That's really the way you want to go about this game. It's just make sure you're comfortable. You're going to be here a while. Spiders might want to kill you. You know, just the usual backyard park kind of vibe. You know, back in my day, we didn't have the park. We just had the playground. No. I'm going to eat that. I don't like waste. All right. So, now we have some acorn stuff, and that is going to allow us to get some better armor and some better weaponry. Now, I could make this Crimson Spear or the Lava Lance And the larva lance is really good early game. So I'm going to go and look for more ants and more lava so that we can get what we need. Now, again, our health situation is not the greatest. This is WoW difficulty. So I want to make sure I give the proper respect to the ants and the proper respect to the larva. The larva can hit pretty hard, in all honesty. Now, there's two ways of getting larva. One, they'll spawn naturally in the world, which is, you know, a problem because they can pop up from anywhere. Or you can dig them up. And there's a very specific way and method you can figure out about when they'll come up. Now, my only issue is it is getting a little bit later and my water is not looking too great. So we need to just be very careful about what we're doing here. Now, I need another ant part, but I would prefer not to murder an ant close to its nest because then I get swarmed by a bunch of ants. Which, I'm not going to lie to you, pretty scary stuff. Now, there is a raw science up here, so grab that.
Science.
Sweet, sweet science.
Now, you hear this. This is a larva. This is a larva, and you can hear it. Now, come back here. Where you going? Where you going? Where you going, bro? Where you going? So, if you hear the ground grumble as something digs through it, you either have a scorpion or a larva. Now, at the moment, I believe it's only larvae that do that very big grumble because scorpions generally tend to pop out from where they are. Ow. Get out of here. Now, we are a little bit in dire straits with water, and I kind of want to go and look. And this is why I would suggest if you are playing on WoW difficulty, have 2 canteens ready for water. Because if water goes by as quick as it does, you might find yourself, you know, dehydrating and dying of lack of water before you should be. And you can hear that terrible, terrible noise. But here we go. Here's some water at least. I hope that this will fall. So, hit the stalk. Boom. The water droplet falls. I'm not going to bother saving it. I'm just going to drink.
Filling up the tank.
Woo! That was close. Very difficult to try and keep your hunger and your food. Your hunger
Better
and
than
your
most
food. Yeah,
protein
that makes
shakes,
sense.
Actually.
At the same time. Now, the food is also going to deteriorate pretty quickly. So we got to be careful about that. Now, I would highly suggest before progressing the story to get all your affairs in order. Highly suggested.
Science.
Nice. Liquid Rage is going to help us later. We do want to make a smoothie maker eventually. And now we got some acorn armor that we could invest in. Which is great. Which is great. Now, I do want to go and find an ant. Because the ant will allow us to make a better weapon. And then we should be okay just for a little bit until we need to get to better armor. Now, at this point in time, you can't really craft tier 3 armor until much later in the game. You cannot get the tier 3 Omni Axe stuff this early on, as there are some things that they have yet to implement. So, like I said, the game is still pretty much in early access. That's a larva. We really don't want to deal with that, if I'm being 100% honest. But, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm going to save up some food. And grub armor is going to help us if we do want to play ranger. Now, I am going to multi-spec because you do need some stuff from different classes. And some bugs are...
Ah, larva. Feels like I saw your disgusting little face just yesterday.
Didn't you? Are you sleeping? Feels like you're sleeping. Alright, I need one ant to sacrifice itself for the greater good of the world, please. One ant. One little ant would be great. Just sacrifice your life for the greater good. For the king of the park. Thank you. Yes, I am the self-proclaimed king of the park. Self-proclaimed. Doink. And I'm going to drink that because if that goes into that water, we're doomed. We are doomed. Are you trying to kill that thing? Blocked you, nerd. Perfect. So, we still need one ant. Then I can get a move on with this. And then we will focus on building our base. Now, I'm just going to make a simple little square base. I know there are some grounded veterans out there who can build 20-story mansions and have a fully automated mining system and all that kind of stuff. But I'm here to tell you, that's not what we do here. Here, we run out into the wild looking for ants. Now, if you are a ranger and you are looking for thistle needles, this is a great little thistle needle place. If you ever need to just stock up on thistle needles, and you can see it's right by the sprinkler, which is pretty much your landmark for where you want to find these things. And it's really great, honestly speaking. It's fantastic to find all of these cool little things. And yeah, just make sure you don't fall to your death. That's always the thing with these games, is we forget that fall damage exists. Now, I'm on the look for a red ant. One little worker ant, or even the big ant would suffice. But we got to be careful. We are starting to move into spider territory and mosquito territory. And at our fragile beginnings, we will die a most unsatisfying and unglorious death. And if we're going to die, it must be glorious. Grab this water. And I am going to make another canteen so that we can do what we need to do now. Where are all the ants? Why are all the ants nowhere to be found? Is it winter? Is there winter coming to this game? Are we about to play in seasons? Don't know about that. Don't know about that. Don't know about that. Right, so if you do want to look for trouble with some spiders, there's like beer cans and a whole bunch of stuff that you can run around by. And spiders give you silk, so you do eventually want to kill at least the spiderlings. So like these little web sacks, when you open them,
Spiderlings are so
little
feisty.
spider.
I'd wait to grow up a little more before being so aggressive.
So many. Spiders are weak to smashing, so if you have a club, you'll deal with spiders way better. Not all spiders, want to point that out, but definitely some spiders. Now, if you do get the little bonus from looking at them and using your X function, you'll have a little bit of a better time with a lot of stuff. Now, I don't believe we have, never mind, we do. And that'll give us silk rope, which is what we need. And then if you do this with the raw meat, you can get some ant bait, which might help us later on if we do want to murder some ants, which we'll eventually want to do. I'm going to grab this food and just put that there.
Doesn't beat Grandma's recipe, but it's close.
It doesn't beat Grandma's recipe. Oh, well, you know, I don't think Grandma had bugs in her recipe. I'm going to point that out there. All right, let's stock up on some water.
The tank.
Grab one of those and grab one of these. And our main goal is to beat the game on this difficulty. Now, for those grounded veterans out there, for this, it's not going to be too difficult for them. But, you know, for the filthy casuals like myself and you watching, this is going to be difficult for us. This is going to be difficult for us. But it's fine. I might actually go and look for trouble at the anthill because I can't be waiting. So let's go into their house and disrespect. I'm just going to try and get one. I just want one ant, one or two ants. Now again, we just got to be really careful about how much disrespect we give these ants because they will destroy us as an army. So I kind of want to isolate one and hope that we can get it. Just one ant. I don't want a million. Hey, buddy, how do you do? There's like 3 of them there. We do that, and that's the end of us. We poke one of them, and they'll poke us back. 3 on 1. Way too many ants. I think they're sleeping, in all honesty. Now, you could grab a whole bunch of, like, food from them, and they generally don't get mad at you. It's when you try and kill them. That's the big problem. Or you try and steal their eggs. That's an even bigger problem. Alright, well, the wild ants are not wilding, so this is a problem, and I somehow have gotten myself lost in this underground cavern of madness. There we go. You would think that the ants would still be roaming, but, yeah, egg on my face, apparently. I see some raw science there that we could grab. At the weevil. The weevil's making noise. Now we are starting to head to nighttime, and this is where we really want to be careful when roaming around, because at night, wolf spiders are fairly active, as well as mosquitoes and some of the much more dangerous bugs in the world. So we definitely want to be careful about roaming the park at night. We do. Now, I am going to just open up my chest and get rid of some of this stuff. Now, as you can see, we've got some spoiled food, which will be great for a farm later on, which is what we want. We eventually want to make like a farm and at least grow some mushrooms so that in dire straits, if we don't have food, we can always rely on the good old mushroom. Garden patch. Fantastic. And now we got the Red Ant Club and the Crimson Buckler. Now these two are going to help us immensely with some defense. So if you look here, Crimson Buckler, quite a bit of block strength as well. But as you can see, we need some more ant parts. Now the hammer is also really good because the stun and the damage that comes from it is insane. And it'll help us deal with the spider problem that we're eventually going to have. Now, I do want to get this Astonishing Acid cantrip or trinket or whatever it's called. And really just put that there. But I think we're going to sleep till the morning. Hope I don't get eaten in the middle of the night. Is it safe? Am I good? Okay, perfect.
Doesn't beat Grandma's recipe, but
I'm gonna munch down
it's close.
and then drink a little
Ready
bit.
to break up a
Good. Now all I want to do. Oh, really? That literally disappeared in front of me. Are you kidding me? Okay, let's drink. I heard that. Let that droplet fall. Oh, here we go. There we go. Easy. I didn't even need to struggle with that. Right, so our next order of business. Ants. This is... Oh my goodness. These are all rotting. These are all rotting. These are all just rotten. All my food is gone. I wish there was like a fridge in this game. Just stick the food in the fridge. But this is why you get the jerky rack. So that you don't have to worry about food spoiling. Jerky rack is great. Jerky rack is great. I'm going to consume that and hope the other one survives. Back to first person. And we are on the look for an ant. So we can get our next weapon up. And then I think we'll progress the story just a little bit to see what's going to happen. I'm going to get some fresh meat. Ah, sorry about that, buddy. I hate that we have to do that to you, but, you know. In life, these things happen. You just gotta accept. Ugh. Don't know about that one. Random donut chunks. Right. Here's hoping the ants get nice and busy. There we go. Okay, now, again, I kind of want to isolate them. Ah. There we go. Did not get the parry there, but that's fine. How many ant parts did I get there? Only one. Ah! Still not getting that parrying right. Gotta be careful here. Come on. Come on. What you got? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Perfect. Red ant part. Ow! It takes time and practice to parry correctly. Don't at me. Perfect. We should now have a better lance instead of the basic one, which will help us way later in the game. And with that, I'm going to go over here to weapons. It's a little too far from my chest. What? No, run that by me again. The chest, generally, you want to try and keep the workbench close to your chests so that you can get what you need. But look at that. We have the larva lance. Now, you need to be bound to... bind to level 1. Thank you. And the other spear, we can put away. We don't need that. That'll be our emergency stash if we goof kind of deal. That'll be our emergency stash. Perfect. We are a little bit in dire straits with our health, but, you know, these things happen.
Science.
Raw science analyzed. Perfect. Let's go and speak to old Sloan over here. Tell her what we found.
Hominin is a mess, but there's some gems in the mess.
Some gems in the mess. Okay. We need to learn about the hatchery, and we need to learn about cooking 101.
And writing it around, we would be a killing machine.
I am also going to get multi-store bases because we want that. Or multi-story, not multi-store.
Gosh, I thought you might be dead. Have you made contact with our missing researcher? That is so awful. Oh, gosh. I will make arrangements with our funerary services. Thank you for letting me know. But let's not dwell on it too much. I saw you recovered data from our domestication program. Listen, I won't bore you with the details, but we ran experiments on insect taming. The installations were set up right near the onboarding facility inside an anthill. In case you'd like to visit. With your help, we might be able to complete this research. I'm sorry, nothing so far. Why not test this new domestication method in the meantime?
You're deflecting.
That's the spirit. Now let's get started. Great. Shouldn't be too hard to build, or for you, at least. Our researchers had some trouble with it.
Okay, cool. What a nerd. Deflecting much? That's gonna have to do it. I hope you guys did enjoy that. If you did, please do consider leaving a like, subscribing for more Grounded 2. I'm enjoying this. Woe difficulty definitely lives up to its name. Let me know what else you would like to see. And until next time, Uncle Rusty says, watch out for them ants.
A petite
Huzzah!
pirate glares at you. There's so much to take in here. But you don't dare to get a good look in when he...